My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to break down our best bets for UFC Vegas 80. But before I do, let's talk about premium membership. If you don't know, we have a full premium offering with more things than I could explain in an hour-long video. But we have a lot of tools that actually help you find your betting spots. Of course, you're going to get our bets from multiple people, not just me, not just Jacob, but you're going to get Artems, you're going to get running mounts, you're going to get a whole slew of analysts and their insight with their bets, but you're also going to get tools. One of those tools is the line movement tracker. This is going to give you the opening odds, the current odds, and the win probability for every single fighter on every single card. This card specifically, UFC Vegas 80, we have two fighters that opened as underdogs, closed as favorite. Joaquin Buckley opened as a dog. He's going to close as a favorite. That line moved very quickly. But slowly, over 2 weeks, Montana De La Rosa opened as an underdog and is now going to close as a favorite. That was a slow trickle of a line, but we have 4 fighters total that have had 20% line movement or more. You're also going to get detailed data, metrics, and analytics. This is going to give you odds for props, odds for money lines, but also striking stats, grappling stats, last 5 records, biometrics, and all sorts of data and information that can help you find your spots. On Fridays, when BetOnline drops their props for strikes and takedowns, this is a very, very easy, nice to use guide where you can very quickly say, oh, the takedown line for so-and-so is 2.5. Let me scroll over. Well, he's averaging 4 per fight. We should be good. Let's hammer the over. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. It is only $10 a month. And yes, you're going to get the bets, the picks, all of that. But aside from the copy-paste stuff, you're going to get tools, insight, and information to help you find your own spots as well. We have a whole teach a man to fish model. And speaking of fishing, I'll give you $50 to go fishing. How about that transition, huh? All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners using our links, and I'll send you $50 as a thank you. It's affiliate marketing. You're going to click the link. You're going to make an account. You're going to make a deposit. I'm going to get paid. Then I'm going to cut off some of that money. I'm going to give it right back to you. WeWantPicks.com/bets. Use the links. Sign up, make a deposit. I send you $50. This is real money. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. This isn't like a deposit match or anything like that. I will literally send you this money. Let's go ahead and break down this card. I am going to give you my bets, Jacob's bets, all that. But first, let's talk in general terms, some of our most confident favorites and some solid underdogs to look at. Favorite-wise, Kanako Murata is one of my most confident favorites. Yes, she's minus 350, but the reality, and she's been away for 2 years, and she broke her arm in her last fight, but the reality is she is a very good wrestler. She's got cardio, she's got power in her hands, and she's just going to come forward, bombing away, shooting takedowns. And I think this is an easy win for her. She is fighting Vanessa Demopoulos. She's tough. She's a hard girl to get out of there. But I think Murata's just going to charge forward. Sloppy takedowns, but she's so strong. She's so powerful. She'll just Nurmagomedov her way through that fight. And not to mention, she has power in her hands. It's sloppy, but she's just going to bomb away, grab a leg, and work from there. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, minus 155, one of the more affordable favorites on this card. I just think there's levels to this. I think Diana Belbita borderline sucks. And Karolina Kowalkiewicz was at one point in time one of the best in the division, one of the best in the world. She's in the midst of a career resurgence. 3 wins in a row, went to American Top Team. She's working in wrestling. Her striking's getting more aggressive. Diana Belbita, on paper, is dangerous. In real life, is not. She's going to come forward, just throw these arm punches like this. And I think Karolina's going to be a step ahead in the striking, a step ahead in the grappling. Minus 155 seems like an affordable price point. Grant Dawson, I just do not see him losing this fight. This guy's a wet blanket. He's going to shoot a million takedowns, lay out on top, grind out what is going to be a very boring win, but he's going to win. Minus 425, he should be minus 800. I love Bobby Green, but Bobby Green's not a dangerous one-punch knockout guy. And yes, he's got decent takedown defense, but Grant Dawson is going to be relentless with the takedown attempts, with the control. I just don't see Grant Dawson losing this fight. And then Joe Pyfer, this is actually, he's the biggest favorite, and I actually think one of the more risky ones. I am confident in him to win this fight, but we haven't seen him out of the first round in many, many years. He is fighting Abdul Razak Al Hassan, who also hits like a freight train, who can grapple. And if Joe Pyfer doesn't get him out of there early, I don't know what round 2 or 3 looks like. I do think Joe's going to win this fight. I do think he'll make contact. I do think he'll win. But there's a path for sure for Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Let's talk about some underdogs. I think Alex Morono is a great underdog. I picked Joaquin Buckley to win, but I have a bet on Alex Morono. I'll walk you through that when we get to that slide. Alex Morono is a very high-level jiu-jitsu guy. He doesn't really use it. Right? He wants to brawl. He wants to slug it out. He's got that awkward style where he'll lunge in. I think Alex Morono at an underdog spot, he is Jacob's lock of the week. You know, there's some value to be had there for sure. JJ Aldrich, I am on the other side of this fight. I have a bet on her opponent, on Montana De La Rosa. But JJ Aldrich at plus 120 all of a sudden looks decent. I'll talk about my bet, and frankly, my bet, the value's gone. I got value. I don't think the value's there anymore on Montana. JJ Aldrich has proven to be a bit inconsistent. She'll lose to people she never should have lost to. She'll beat people you didn't think she could beat. When we saw her in that Erin Blanchfield fight, her takedown defense looked spectacular. That version in the Erin Blanchfield fight, I think can beat Montana De La Rosa. The version we've seen since then cannot. So it's just a matter of what you're going to get here. But JJ at plus 120, not a bad looking underdog. Nate Maness, plus 218. Mateusz Mendonca is a dangerous fighter. He's a shooter box guy, though, which means he's also very hittable, which means he also gets reckless, and you can expose that. He's going to come forward swinging like a maniac. You can shoot a takedown. He's going to overcommit a strike. You can blast him in the face. I think Nate Maness in the underdog spot, I picked Mendonca to win, but like very close fight. I think Nate Maness is a solid underdog, especially at plus 218. That feels very wide. And then Felipe Lins. Listen, this is a heavyweight that's come down to light heavyweight. He's fighting a chinny Jan Cutelaba. I think Cutelaba, again, I'm actually on the other side of every single one of these underdog picks, but I fully recognize that these are solid underdogs. Felipe Lins, plus 130, that should be a 50-50 fight at best. I don't think Felipe Lins should be plus 130. He looked like trash in his last fight, but he is a big, strong heavyweight who hits hard, fighting a guy who gets knocked out with a breeze. Felipe Lins could absolutely win this fight, plus 130. Decent underdog money on him. Let's talk about my actual bets. I have one other slide as well. Two money lines, both on women. I got Karolina Kovacevic. I just walked through that whole thing. Frankly, I think there's levels to this, and I think she's just on even at 38 years, 10 years older than her opponent, I think she's on a completely different level than Diana Belbita. Literally everywhere the fight goes, except maybe speed, right? Diana's younger, faster. That's it. Outside of that, Karolina should be better every inch of that. Montana De La Rosa. While I just said JJ's a good underdog, look at the money I got on Montana. I got her at plus 135. If you're a premium member, you saw that. And if you like that, you could have enjoyed these odds as well. If you're not a premium member, well, you missed these odds. Obviously, the odds only matter if she wins. But frankly, Montana De La Rosa at plus 135 was great value. At minus 140, not great value. Let's keep a couple things in mind here. One, Montana is a wrestler. Always has been. Before her MMA career, she was a wrestler. She's parlayed that into a UFC career. I think she's going to come forward, start wrestling, and have some success. JJ Aldrich was taken down in like 8 seconds in her last fight. We've seen her taken down before. And Montana, with the grapple-heavy game plan, can get it done. JJ Aldrich is not dangerous. We don't have to worry about her knocking out Montana. We don't have to worry about her submitting Montana. So this just means that Montana has 15 minutes to grind, hold her against the cage if she can't get a takedown, lay on top of her if she does get a takedown. So I think Montana does win this fight. Underdog money, great spot. Favorite money, I don't think so. Last thing to factor in is Montana was booked on this card. She was preparing for a fight. JJ is the one who's stepping up on short notice. Then I have a lady over round prop parlay. I do think the De La Rosa Aldrich fight will go the distance. Both of them are, not prolific finishers. And then Demopoulos and Murata. I think that'll go the distance as well. Vanessa Demopoulos, while I do think she's going to get her ass kicked in this fight, she's very, very tough. She's not a quitter. She's very tough. She'll just get taken down, work her way back up. Get taken down, work her way back up. And that's even money, parlaying those two. Then I got Cutelaba Lins over 1.5 rounds, just a quarter of a unit on that. A unit for me is $100, so $25 on that. That's also even money. The reality is Felipe Lins actually has a decent chin on him. Big heavyweight, now a light heavyweight, kind of a tough guy. Cutelaba is the one who's chinny, but we've seen Cutelaba go second round. We need 1.5 rounds out of this. I wasn't confident enough to throw more at it, but that is a plus money bet. And then Alex Morono plus 3.5 points. If you don't know what that is, you're basically betting the spread. You're buying points on the judge's scorecard. The way that math works out is Alex Morono needs to win 1 round. So if Alex Morono wins the fight outright, the bet hits. If Alex Morono loses a split decision, the bet hits. If Alex Morono loses a 29-28 decision, the bet hits. The only way we don't get paid is if Morono gets finished or gets shut out 30-27. That's the only way we don't get paid. All other outcomes, we get paid. And I think this is a close enough fight where Alex Morono could either win it outright or just win a round. Take a round. Take the third round. It's whatever it is. Take a round, and then we'll get paid half a unit on that at even money. And then I do have a parlay that I have named I Could Regret This Parlay. I'm confident in both of them, but there are some factors here. Drew Dober, he was just out cold. He was just knocked out, unconscious. Actually, that's a bit of exaggeration, but he was knocked out. He was just finished. We don't know if his chin is what it was or if this is a new chin that is now defective. We have seen fighters time and time again have granite chins, get knocked out, and that chin never recovered. That could be Drew Dober, or his chin could be back. I am assuming his chin is okay. I know he's still going to have the power in his hands. His opponent he was unconscious. Face forward, down, done. So I think Drew Dober wins this fight. I have parlayed him with Kanaka Murata. I walked through all the reasons why I think she wins. The reason this is I could regret this parlay is because she hasn't fought in 2 years. 2 years. And Vanessa is tough. She may gas. She may slow down. Something weird could happen. And I mean, how many big-time favorite female fighters have we seen blow these bets for us? So I did parlay them together. The odds are not fantastic, but I do think that they will win. The only reason I could end up regretting this is if Drew's chin is gone and women's MMA does what women's MMA does. Let's take a look at the safety parlay. Obviously, this is premium only. It does hit at a 70% clip. It missed. All of a sudden, Michelle Waterson is not, well, I'm not going to word it that way. All of a sudden, her opponent is a world beater. The safety parlay, first leg hit, second leg was the over 2.5 on the Michelle Waterson fight 2 weeks ago. That missed. But overall, the safety parlay does hit at about 70%. I think it's 69.2, something like that. The reality is, if you bet the safety parlay week in and week out, you will be up money. It just is what it is. You might have an off week, and then it'll win 3 weeks in a row, and that's going to go ahead and be the trend. So let's go ahead and get this back. The safety parlay is 2 money lines. The odds are minus 153. I bet 1 unit on every single safety parlay week in and week out. If you want to unlock that, WeWantPicks.com, just click Become a Member. And now let's take a look at Jacob's bets. Obviously, I'm only going to give you a small sample. I'm also recording this on Thursday, not Friday. We don't have all the props yet. We don't have the takedown props. We don't have the striking props. We don't have the who wins the first round type props. When those come, more money will come flowing in, I'm sure. So make sure if you're a premium member, you have your Discord linked, because that's how you're going to get the alerts to your phone. Oh, this just happened. These bets were just placed. These props just dropped. So make sure you have that all set up. Just go to your account page on premium, click link Discord. Jacob's got about 7 units going. He's got Alex Morono money line for a full unit. That is his underdog lock of the week. Go watch that video for his full breakdown. Grant Dawson wins by submission. That's actually solid odds, plus 145. Yes, Bobby Green is tough. Yes, Bobby Green, is savvy and veteran, and he can probably survive. The reality, though, is this is 5 rounds, not 3. And yes, Grant Dawson's not a very, very dangerous guy, but who knows? He may be able to climb on Bobby Green's back, 4th round, make something happen. Half a unit on that, plus 145. And then he has Vanessa Demopoulos wins inside the distance, decision, no action. What that bet is saying is if Vanessa Demopoulos finishes Murata, finishes her, Jacob will get paid at basically 2-to-1 odds. If she loses a decision, which is the most likely outcome, he'll get a full refund. He will not be out that money. I love those safety net bets. Unlock the rest of his stuff and everything else at WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member. And then we have the Bet Openly stuff. The very first slide I did with the favorites and the underdogs, you saw 2 columns of odds. You saw the sportsbook odds and then the Bet Openly odds. Bet Openly is not a sportsbook. It is peer-to-peer. So if I have a bet on the board, like I do with the safety parlay, if you take the other side, you're betting against me. You will take my money. They are not a sports book. They don't care if we win or lose. They're in the volume game. They take 1%, and then that's how they pay their bills. A sports book puts up odds because they want to win. They want you to lose so they can keep your money. Bet Openly, they don't care. You're going to get better odds because it's a 1% VIG instead of a 10% VIG, and you get to take money from your friends or from me or Jacob to directly take our money. You can take Jacob's money with the anti-lock of the week bet. There is a bet out there on Alex Morono. Grab the other side. you'll be betting on Buckley, but if you win, that's the money. That's not house money. That's We Want Picks money. And then the anti-safety parlay. The way parlays work with BetOpenly is you become the house. So I'm going to throw the safety parlay up there. If you grab the other side, you don't need the opposite of my picks to win. You just need one of my bets to lose. The parlay breaks, you get paid. All of those links are in the Discord. And guys, let me send you that $50. Just go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up using any of our links, the affiliate links, make a deposit, and we'll send you $50. They're going to pay me. I'm going to slice off some of that money. I'm going to give it right back to you. Good luck this weekend. Like, subscribe, do all of the things.